Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had in explanations. They're antithetical to the poetry of fear. In a horror story, the victim keeps asking why, but there can be no explanation, and there shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest, and it's what we'll remember in the end. My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream. Following a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there. I'd seen the hitchhiker too late. He was dead. I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again. Suddenly, his body was gone. I was in shock from the crash. I could hardly stay on my feet.
Hello, this is Sam Lake. I'm the creative director of Remedy and the lead writer of original Alan Wake. Welcome to the commentary track of Alan Wake Remastered. I'm excited to talk about things that I feel should not be talked about. You know, the unanswered mystery and all. I very much think that you own this now. This story, this experience, this game. You are free to find your own answers from it. Your own theories. You are free to love and hate the parts that you love and hate. Nothing I say makes any theory more official than another. It's just my theory, what I was thinking when I wrote it, but maybe I didn't see or know what it really was about. So, a spoiler alert is important. I will talk about things here as if you had already gone on this journey. Also, potentially mentioning things of other Remedy games in similar way in the process. I will definitely say a couple of words about Control and how it ties to Alan Wake. So if you are playing for the first time, you might want to turn off this commentary from the option screen and come back to this later on.
Certo. Hello.
I realized that the hitchhiker was a character from the story I'd been working on.
How does it feel to die by the hands of your opposition?
Oh no! Stop! No! Damn it, die! No! No! No!
I was trapped. There was no way out.
I'm recording this in May 2021. We celebrated the 11th anniversary of the original game last week. I'm very happy to be doing this. I'm very grateful for the continued love and support that all Alan Wake's fans have kept showing us.
Lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been. To its ports I've been. Do you understand?
No.
Follow my light. To teach you, the darkness is dangerous. It's sleeping now. When it feels you coming, it will wake.
I'm really happy that we got to make this remastered version, both for you, our fans, to return to it. With crisper visuals and modern technology, now we can take advantage of the power of the new platforms to offer improved graphics and better frame rate and improved cinematics, because they were not the best part of the experience due to some production reasons even back then. And of course, to give this opportunity for new players on new platforms to experience Alan Wake for the first time. This is the original game, remastered. This is not a remake. We have not touched the actual content and the story, just the visuals and the tech.
Now you'll die.
Good. You've done well. Remember what I've taught you. That is all. I will give you back your dream now.
In the nightmare, a terrible darkness was taking over the world. The lighthouse was the last safe place on Earth.
can keep this up?
Shh, baby. Just another nightmare. Everything's fine. You dozed off.
Right. Anything more than dozed off would be news for everyone.
Cheer up, handsome. We're here.
Okay, so let's talk about beginnings. I mean, for all of these creative projects, it would be nice to claim that these stories and these experiences, the visions of them, have just popped out of our heads
Pois eu acho que devo
and
estar aqui
been
há 6 em live, não sei.
ready. But in
Mas eu
truth,
passo lá.
it takes a long time, and there are many different beginnings for these stories, and sometimes looking back, it's even hard to say where it all began. Some ideas have been bouncing around in your head for a long time, and then suddenly it burst out from the dark, and there it is.
Pá, ele está a falar e aquele embaixo está a falar também.
One nugget that ends up being a beginning.
I don't recognize a famous writer such as yourself, Mr. Wake. A pleasure. I'm an avid reader myself. I hope this isn't too presumptuous of me, but I'm the
Tira fotos,
radio
right?
station. Any chance I can get an interview?
Look, Mr. Maine, I'm on vacation. In fact, I'd appreciate it if we could keep my being here just between the two of us. I'm sure you understand.
Fair enough. You can trust me to be this. Not a hard man to track down if you change your mind, though. I hope you two have a lovely holiday.
Very nice. I got a couple of really good ones. So you made a friend. That's cute.
Right. Yeah?
Hey, bestseller. How's my favorite writer? Are you there yet?
Obrigado, amigo, pelo like.
Yeah. We just got here.
Are the locals giving you trouble? Just say the word and I'll hop on a plane and come make sure that you're left alone, Al.
Está tudo bem, e com você? E contigo?
Great. Want to make sure you can
Joga muito.
So, how is the place? Has it gotten your creative juices flowing?
Barry, we're just settling in.
Okay, Al. I'll call back later to make sure you're doing okay. And you call me if there's a problem, okay? Okay. Just looking out for you, buddy. Talk to you later.
I love you too, Barry.
You know he's going to be calling you every 5 minutes.
É o que interessa.
Barry is Barry. I can always turn off the phone.
What did I tell you?
Text message from Barry. He says hi to you too.
Alan, we're here. Come on, let's get back to the car. We need to stop at the local diner to get the cabin key from the landlord, a Mr. Carl Stuckey. He's waiting for us. I'll go fill her up while you get the key. I'll pick you up here in, say, 15 minutes?
Sure.
Alan, thank you for coming here with me.
I love you too. Go on. I'll promise to behave. I'd forgotten there were still places like this. Towns where everybody knew everybody.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner.
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for...
Mr. Wake, Alan Wake. Oh, God, I am your biggest fan. I know people say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rose.
Rose, I'm looking for Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl? Of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the restroom. He'll be back in a moment.
One of the beginnings for Alan Wake deals with the structure of the story. Working on Max Payne games, I was writing a movie in my head, traditional three-act structure. But that was around the time when everybody was watching DVDs, season DVDs of TV shows. And I started thinking that this would be an awesome structure for a game story, because...
Hello? Mr. Stuckey?
Carl couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he was taken ill. But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
I wish you a good stay in my cabin. I'll come by later to check how you've settled in. And to meet your wife. I insist.
Thanks.
Cauldron Lake is a special place. Very inspiring. I am so happy this could be arranged. You are not the first rider to stay in the cabin, you know.
You got lucky this time, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark. This really ought to be fixed, and then I must...
Even that sounds better than your singing.
Are you all right?
Splendid, splendid! Damn hernia.
The Andersons, they're, local musicians. We're waiting for Dr. Hartman to come pick them up. They wandered off from his clinic at the Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Bye, Mr. Wake.
Mission accomplished. The key and the directions.
My hero. I got some flashlights, just in case.
Hey, wait! Mrs. Wake! Your keys!
That diner was a real nut house.
Can you believe this place? This would make a wonderful setting for a book.
We're supposed to be on vacation, Alice. I'll figure it out when we get back home. Okay?
Okay. We can talk about this later.
Batman here on PBFF.
I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to bury my head in sand.
Here's another one of my favorites to go with it.
Once upon a time, I was a successful writer, but that was a long time ago. I hadn't been able to write a word in 2 years. Not since my last book.
clear night, so you folks in the big city might want to look up every once in a while. See those stars winking down at you? It gets pretty dark out here, but they'll light your way.
Wow. It's gorgeous, Alan.
It's something, all right. Don't worry, honey.
Another beginning also goes back to the time when I was working on Max Payne games. I went to study screenwriting at Theatre Academy of Finland, and I wrote a couple of movie screenplays studying there. And one of them was this horror movie, screenplay for a horror movie that I wrote in Finnish, actually, and the title was Pohjavesi, which translated would be groundwater, but maybe kind of more accurate tonally would be to call it undertow. And there were a few elements there that I later decided to steal from myself, and they all ended up as part of the story of Alan Wake.
The island had once been the site for a love story. Maybe it would be that again. An old generator had been connected to the power cable.
Okay, I'll look around a bit.
Sure thing. Have fun.
It was a beautiful place. I told myself I could rest here, sleep here, and forget about my work. I thought we could be happy here.
So in this movie screenplay that I had written called Undertow, there are several elements that I lifted and used in Alan Wake. The Anderson brothers, Tor and Odin, are already part of that.
Alice?
There is this witch-like character from Slavic folklore called Baba Yaga. And obviously her echo is very much present in the Dark Presence, in Barbara Chacker. And this mystical light switch, the clicker, is also part of this horror movie story already.
Surprise!
Alice? What is this?
I guess I have a small confession to make. I thought maybe you could write here that a change of scenery would get you past...
Damn it, Alice, everyone
keeps... Hey, just hear me out. There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman. I read a book of his. He has a private clinic here. He specializes in helping artists. Maybe...
So now you want to get me committed?
No, it's not like that. That's not... Alan? Alan?
Just don't! I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice! God damn it! I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark. I needed some time alone to think things through. Damn it. Alice? Alice? Alice! The cabin had gone dark. All the lights were out.
Another beginning that also was a lot in my mind already working on Max Payne games. And just bouncing around ideas and wanting to do something different compared to Max Payne was that it just felt like a big deal and important to me back then that because at Remedy we make action games with action gameplay. And I was thinking a lot.
Alice? Alice? Oh no!
Keep going, Alan. Wake up.
Alice?
Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one nightmare and entered another. I couldn't remember how I got there. All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Alice. The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot. Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover either.
For me, looking back at Alan Wake and the story of Alan Wake, certain things just feel like they have staying power and feel very significant and important for the overall experience. Wake says in the opening line, he talks about the unanswered mystery as something that stays with us the longest. And then we have a poem from Thomas Zane where he says, "Beyond the shadow you settle for, there is a miracle illuminated."
Hello? Hello? Is someone there?
The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night.
So if we take Wake's opening sentence about mystery and Thomas Zane poem about something beyond the shadow you settle for, I feel we are very much at the heart of what Alan Wake is about. I mean, we just tend to have this overwhelming yearning to have answers and to find one final truth about things. I mean, that's something that we want in real life. That's something that we often look for in fiction, because that kind of is something that consoles us. It's a very comforting thought, but then very often.
Hey! Hey, you!
Phil!
There's been an accident. I need help.
Listen, I need to...
Premium cabins for rent in...
Nightfall!
Oh, hell.
Carl Stuckey.
Pleased
To meet you. Non-refundable
reservation
deposit required. Fair and square.
Ah!
To arrive, you lose.
had to figure a way out of this. Any second now, and Stucky would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
During your recommend trying it's the latest thing. Incontestably proven health let you.
Yes.
Great Falls Sheriff Station. Homie,
Hello?
Cholesterol levels go.
There were more of them. My head pounded with the concussion. I'd never fired a gun outside a shooting range, and now I just killed someone. Or something. There were no bodies. They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick. Eerie hand-painted graffiti was revealed by my flashlight. Someone had hidden a chest of supplies near it. The dark forest was the last place I wanted to go, but I had no choice. I had to get to the gas station.
It's rabbit season.
What the hell was that? When I saw the river below, something uncoiled itself inside my head. I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water. Stucky was still out there, in the dark, stalking me. Taken. They're taken. The staircase was broken. I had to make my way up some other way. There was no power. There was bound to be a generator somewhere at the logging site.
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what a night. I know most of you are probably in your beds by now, but if you're still up and around, take a moment. Step outside for a spell and breathe in deep. The weather's absolutely still. Makes an old man like me wish I could just roam wild. But here I am, man.
The gas station was closer now, its light welcoming in the darkness.
The idea of a mystery ending as part of this kind of a cryptic line, it's not a lake, it's an ocean, is something that I feel, having that mystery there, leaving it into a mystery that has kept Alan Wake in the minds of many of the fans.
Stucky's body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come, assuming I'd reached the lights at the gas station alive.
So I suppose thinking about the mystery ending of this experience, it is very much something that in fiction that I get excited about and I love is a part of them that you know, something that you will keep on thinking about and pondering about is something that excites me personally, and from that perspective, I love to craft experiences like that. I love to have elements there that are open to interpretation, that you can piece it together and find an answer for you.
The Deer Fest had been 2 weeks away when we arrived. If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and now. The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
Outside, there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the store, there's only darkness. I can feel a presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell a perfume in the room.
Great Falls Sheriff Station.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker. You are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen. I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake. Not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen.
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
candy-colored cloud.